again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing on my videos. So I'm grateful for that. So okay, as I said, I'm back again with another video. So I've been uh debating about whether should I make this video or should I make another video about something else. So I'm like, you know what, let me just do it, let me just go for it, because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people I believe will enjoy this video, or may even one person who can actually find this video worth watching. So okay, as okay, the video is about being single. Yes, should I define it? Okay, well, we all know being single, but people have a defined way of explaining being single. But for me, when I'm talking about being single, I'm not talking about like uh being single from the paper. I'm not only talking about that. I'm talking about being single, like probably you never been in a relationship. You just went through a breakup, you just went through a divorce, you just went through any kind of thing that gonna make you single. So being single is something that most of people I actually hate. Some are scared of being single. So I'm just gonna talk about the benefits of being single, especially after a breakup, because I don't believe, as much I as for me personally, I don't recommend going from a relationship to another relationship because of certain consequences that you're gonna experience, that are actually not nice, that you're gonna wish that you actually went single. But sometimes to others it works, like going from another relationship into another, it works for them. And I am not complaining. I'm not just trying to judge anyone for how they should live their life, because at the end of the day, it's about your life. It's about you. Only you knows what's up. No, only you knows what's best for you. So I am gonna speak about like la la la, and then it won't make sense to you because it's not for you. So I'm just gonna talk about the benefit of being single. Okay, yay, I'm single. I'm also single, so I guess this video is more about a personal thing, but as well as I feel like my opinion. So at the end of the day, we all entitled, our own opinion, our own illusion. So yeah, okay. As said, being single, it can be anyone. Okay, for me, the definition of being single, beside being went through a breakup, never been married, went through a divorce, now you're back to being single. Yeah, after that comfort, probably the relationship was comfortable and you thought maybe this is my soulmate, and then everything just go from being in a relationship now being single, and then you need to adapt. I need to adapt to this new life, because yes, because you're so used to have someone around, you're so used to have company around. So company can be great, like can be great, dating someone can be great, because sometimes you find a friendship there, you find someone that you can depend on, someone that you can share anything with. Like it can be nice, you can draw with them, you can just, so yeah. So you went from being in a relationship, having sex, if you are having sex, because not every couple are actually having sex, some of them are celibates. So there's nothing wrong with that, because as I said, your relationship, you define your relationship, you know what exactly you want. I'm not sure that I actually like the lightning, or I like it dark. Still the same. Okay, maybe I should go with dark. Okay. So being single, it can be scary to others. for probably you in never been single in your life. You just went from one relationship to another, and now this is a new thing. This is a new thing that you don't know about, and you are so scared. That is actually understandable, because at the end of the day, I believe everyone is gonna be single, whether you like it or not. You can, whatever that you run away. I believe people who actually want to be in a relationship for now and then, they are running away from themselves. Probably are running away from their things that they are not ready to face, because you can't just run from another relationship to another. Like, you can't, because a breakup itself is a trauma. It even if it's for the best decision, it's a trauma, because you probably were attached to this partner. You were viewing a life with them. You see a lot of things with them. So probably you think of having kids, like having the whole thing like together, planning the whole thing to be like everything with them. So now you're back to being single. So it's a new thing. It's scary and whatsoever. So yeah, and people who actually go from relationship to another, probably suffering from codependent thing. It's called codependent. You're so codependent. You don't feel like you can be on your own. Like, you got some issues that you actually work with, whether it's an attachment style, or like probably it's something that you're actually running away, because there's no way you can go from another relationship to another without having at least 6 months of like a 6 month. But I understand we're all not healing in a divine way, because I know people who in a month they already healed and they're in a new relationship. I'm like, wow. So that never happened to me, because like it takes time. Like, it takes time. I even felt guilty by dating someone so early, like, so yeah. So I'm talking about the benefits of being single. Okay, the first one the first one, you get to reflect on your past relationship. You get to reflect on yourself. You get to like you get to see how you actually responded to other to the person that you were actually dated, or a friendship or whatever. You get to reflect, how did you respond, what was your contribution to that relationship. You get to you get to redefine uh the relationship that we wanna have in future. You get to define your issues, because at the end of the day, dating someone, it doesn't mean it always gonna be them that are doing wrong. Yes, they're gonna be cheat, lie, but some relationship don't end because of that. Sometimes they end because of lack of compatibility matter, emotional compatibility, mentally, spiritually, sexually, financially compatibility, principles and values compatibility. Because at the end of the day, you can date someone who's financially stable, but mentally you feel like you're dead. You're dragging yourself, having conversation with them. It's so annoying, it's so irritating. Everything about them is irritating, because you're not compatible with them. You get to reflect on that. You get to see, where did you go wrong, where, or exactly, like, what exactly they were teaching you, what was your issues. Like, you get to reflect on yourself, like, a lot, not just how the other person treated you. You just get to how you treated yourself in that relationship. How did you contribute to that relationship? Exactly was your red flag? What did it trigger you? Because anyone that you are actually dating will always push you to self-development, or a place where you actually have to reflect on yourself, or whatsoever. So yeah, it first of all, it's give you a chance to reflect on yourself. You just reflect. You reflect. The second point is self-development, which is actually linked with the first point, which is reflection, because self-development then happen because of what? Reflection. So when you're speaking about self-development, it's either you're gonna develop yourself emotionally, mentally, as well as your career. Like, you can develop yourself in anything. You can even try out new things, like go going back to school, going back to study that course that you actually been pros, that you actually been post or actually putting back, like you feel like you're not gonna be able to study it. You actually have a lot of time to develop yourself. You have a lot of time to, probably you never been at the gym, now you're going for the gym. You never try renovating your own house, never try to interior design on, because you always being find yourself being dependent on your partner. You know that your partner will always fix your bubble, your clothes, your the cable, anything that you be encouraged to start something. Oh gosh, I'm so thirsty. Okay, I'm talking about self-development. Self-development can be anything. Probably we never read books. Now you're introduced to new books. You're studying a new thing. Probably you've never been in hiking. Like, it helps. It helps. Like, probably your partner didn't like the fact that you were paying more time on yourself. You your career was taking a lot. Like, you were putting more more effort in your career, like more effort in your relationship than your career, and then now you're giving it a time to do your work again. You're given a time, you have a time now to do all of that, and you see probably even self-sacrifice, which is toxic. Yes, it does happen. When you're in a relationship, you sometimes compromise with a lot of things, and then when you're out of it, to be like, oh wow, I actually done a lot. Like, I've never done a lot for myself. You maybe you even avoided your needs because you see, you reflect, you developing yourself. What How can you react to a situation like this in the next time? Probably you compromise. You got a job to another city, then it require you to move away from your partner, and now you look at it and like, damn, I made that mistake. So you given a chance for yourself to develop yourself, and deadly you find yourself in a place where you're actually singly and being self-sufficient. You complete yourself. You realize the importance of being single, how much it led you to self-sufficient. So self-sufficient is whereby you know that you actually need people in your life. You actually okay with dating someone, but you also okay with being single. Like, it leads you to a very important phase in your life that is actually self-sufficient, because no matter what, if you've never been single in your life, there's no way that you can actually be happy with a partner, because you won't even know who you are. You won't even know who you are. You constantly redefining yourself with your partner. You always compromising your individuality in order to make a relationship work, because I'm telling you, no matter how much beautiful the relationship is, but if you've never been single in your life, and if you've never been knowing exactly who you are, because yes, you can find a partner that is actually really, really good for you, that is actually feel like an addition in your life, that is care about yourself, love, self development. Yes, there are partners who actually are like that, but I feel like it's a self journey to know who you are. It's a journey that is given to you for all this lifetime. So it's something that is gonna happen to you, for all this lifetime. For as my name, like in this lifetime, I'm Zoliwe. So the whole Zoliwe is going through a phase of knowing who she is. So yes, singly can lead you to self-sufficient, because you will realize, as much as you said you need a partner that is like this and like that, you've never done that to yourself. How can you expect your partner to give something that you never gave to yourself? How can you expect your partner to love you when you never even learn to love yourself? Because probably you were giving in your partner's over giving that, but you never gave back to yourself. So you, as I said, you are reflecting, you are developing yourself, and then now you back to what you are pushed to, being self-sufficient. Being self-sufficient, you realize that you were trying by all means to fill the void by wishing, wanting your partner to satisfy something that you actually needed yourself to satisfy yourself with. Probably you you had this mentality that a partner is supposed to be there in your life for financial reason. Your partner is supposed to be there in your life for your self uh, pleasure, sexually pleasure. But you never masturbated in order to be able to know your body. I support masturbation like a lot. Like I do support that shit, because you'll be going around wanting your partners to satisfy you sexually, but you don't even know what exactly do you like, what exactly that turns you on, what exactly that is it for you. So you you never been you never been in a place where you actually know yourself, who you are, what exactly do you like, what exactly you're willing to do. Probably in your life you never like even had, you have a driver's license, but in your head you be like, I believe my partner has to drive me around, which is buy that car, bitch. Be self-sufficient, buy that house. Like, don't wait for you to actually have a partner to be able to own your own house. Like, you can have a partner that you actually can start having everything with, but it's okay to have your own house. It's okay to like, I know it's comfortable to be at home and not renting anyway. It's very comfortable. I do support that shit, but sometimes I feel like it's important as a person to know to live alone, like to rent somewhere, live alone, know exactly what, because at home sometimes you compromise, because probably you're not even a fan of what they're eating, but you know that it doesn't done any effect on you, but you gonna compromise, gonna constantly eat what other people like. You don't know what exactly, what food that you actually like. You don't know how to live alone. You don't know how to maintain your own mind. You don't know how to um you live alone, but a lot of things that you actually not aware of. You don't know, you like you much as you live at home, some of the things that is about you won't understand. Living, yes, it's gonna be good living with someone, but I feel like it's important to live alone first to understand yourself, in order to be able to be a great partner. Because you can't be a great partner if you actually hate your company. Like, why? Why do you think your partner is supposed to make you happy? Why do you think your partner is responsible for your happiness? All those kind of things. Like, no, your partner is not supposed to be responsible for your happiness. So we all know that. We all been awakening to that, and I've never agreed with it. So self-sufficient is very much needed. We all need to be self-sufficient, because at the end of the day, we're not born with our partners. Our partners are, it can be a good addition, can be a worse partner, so they can drain you. If the partner is around, it's gonna drain the shit out of you. So yeah, self-sufficient. First, you reflect. Secondly, self-development, which can lead you to a lot of self-sufficient, like a lot of self-sufficient. It's depend where, how do you define being single. But for me, being single, it means being out of relationship, being celibate, being not entertaining anyone, not even anyone. Okay, you can go to dates, but I don't believe that. Yeah, you know, but other people define single in a different way, like being single but sleeping around, hookups, whatsoever. So it's what works for them, but for me, no, it's not. It's a hell no. So yeah, this is okay. What inspired me to make this video about being single? I've seen a lot of people actually complaining that they can't be single in their 20s. Their friends are getting married. Their friends are having partners. They get like, guys, don't compare your journey to anyone. If your friends are getting their soulmate at 18, they're getting their soulmate in their 20s, in their 30s, and probably when you're in your 20s or your 30s or 40s or 50s, but you feel like you haven't met that kind of special person. But first, you have to be special to yourself. You have to treat yourself specially. You have to re-value yourself, know your worth, and know you're not supposed to be, just because you are single now you're going through yourself to anyone. No, just have standard. Love yourself. Just love yourself. Being single helps you with a lot of self-love. You will realize a lot of things that you've done in the past relationship that you wish you never done. Like, I am single and I've been single like for 4 years now, so I know what I'm talking about. So being single is something that is actually very beautiful. You should try it. Especially, yes, it's gonna be hard if you're so used to having a partner. Like, I remember the first time I was going singly, it was hard. Like, I remember the first 4 months, like, it was hard. It was so hard, because okay, it's easy for me to being single. It is because I've been more single than being in relationships. So it was so easy. But after that relationship, because I feel like I was too dependent on my partner, I was so codependent in a manner that I feel like my insecurities were up there. So they needed me to address them. So in the first 4 months, it was hard. Like, it was those withdrawal symptoms where you feel like it's hard, like you want to reach out, it was so hard. But eventually I was like, you know what, I can do this. It's gonna be hard, yeah, but I can do this. But I went single, and yeah, as I said, I've been more single than being in a relationship, so a lot of things happened. So I feel like being single, it always been my comfort zone, rather than being in a relationship. But eventually, when I was, you know what, I'm going back to being single, there were withdrawals. Like, it was hard. So don't think it's gonna be an easy journey, especially if you've been in a relationship that is lasted a while. Even if it's 6 months, still long. So bye. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and if you feel like my content is for you, you are allowed to subscribe. I don't discriminate anyone, so come and join me. So thank you.